Heaven. In my heart of hearts, I sometimes wonder if we have ever desired anything other than heaven. See, in all the books that I really love, it seems to be bound together by the secret thread, which to me seems to be common. My friends, unable to see the link, often wondering why, liking Tolkien, I would also like Bunyan. Or maybe some of you had stood before some landscape which seems to you to embody the lost Eden, but then turning to someone at your side who seems to be seeing what you saw, but at your very first words, a gulf yawns between you and you realize that this landscape means to them something completely foreign. See, this desire we have is certain, but we cannot express it. We want it, but we cannot understand it because we never had it. All the things that have ever deeply possessed your soul have been but hints of it. Tantalizing glimpses, promises that never quite came close to it, echoes that died away just when they started to sound like it. But if the echo did not die away, if it should really swell up into the sound itself, you would know it. Heaven. The signature of each soul, written with its own font, the incommunicable and unappeasable want. The longing for a scent of a flower we've not yet found. The echo of a tune we have yet to hear the sound. This is the desire that we've had before we met our wives, made our friends, or chose our work, and which we shall still desire on our deathbeds when our mind no longer knows wife, or friend, or work. While we are, this is. Without this, we lose all. Heaven. If it is not real, how then did I come to need it so much? See, all my life, this unattainable ecstasy has hovered just beyond the grasp of my consciousness. I don't think it's baseless or causeless. The scriptures are filled with these unblushing promises of a state where our soul would finally be in bliss. And if you are willing to return with me to that state of childlikeness and trace this, and allow me to open up that inconsolable secret in each one of us, then we may, perhaps, just find out who we are really created to be and what we are really created to do. See, why do we have this lifelong nausea to be reunited with something in the universe which we can only touch its boundary? To be on the inside of some door which we have always been from the out can't be mere neurotic fancy, but it must be an index of our real identity. See, if we take the scriptures seriously, if we believe the imagery that scriptures give us, that God will one day give us the morning star, then what we have been desiring so long, so false as history, may be true as prophecy. See, at present, we cannot mingle with the splendors we see. But all the leaves of the New Testament is rustling with the rumor that this will not always be. Someday, God willing, we shall get in. But meanwhile, the cross comes before the crown. And after this weekend, it's Monday morning. That being said, it may be asked, what use is all this speculation in which I have been indulging? That's fair, and here's my answer, that though it may be possible for you and I to indulge too much in our own glory hereafter, it is hardly possible for any one of us to think either too deeply or too often of the glory in our neighbor. The glory of my neighbor should be put on the back of my shoulder for me to perpetually behold its splendor. For it is a burden only the humble can be the bearer. It's that paradox that those who kneel and pray become taller. Whomsoever among you who desires to be the greatest shall be the first to surrender. See, the implications of this is enormous. For it means that we are living in a society of gods and goddesses. That the dullest and most uninteresting person that you can talk to may one day be a creature so goodness graciously gorgeous that you will almost be tempted to worship him like Jesus. It is with circumspection proper to this holiness that we must practice real life righteousness, because not only are individuals priceless next to Jesus himself, your neighbor is the holiest object presented to your senses. There are no ordinary individuals. You have never talked to a mere mortal. And I know this is scary. And that's why this spoken word is called the weight of glory. Thank you.